this thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Frank, whenever you're ready. We're good. All right, floorball fans, welcome back to game number 2 of the Women's National Championship here with Floorball Canada. You good? Yeah. And I'm joined in the booth this evening actually, by Little Stu. He's taking over for Big Stu as he has to do some administrative stuff.
Give his voice a rest, too.
Must be nice. All right, so we have Team Nova Scotia on the right, wearing their white and blue, against Team Ontario going left to right, wearing their all blue kits. Jeffries almost gets one there. Field moves it out. Covered. Oh. And our referees are Jay Sani, working the far side, and Rich is down here in front of us. You might not be able to see him. But both men looking good in the bright blues there. That ball goes all the way through to Jeffries, but Field gobbles it up. She goes for the long pass. Stopped by Nicole Crossway, who I was informed by the sisters earlier today that they are twins. And technically speaking, Nicole is the youngest.
They were surprising to us, too, when they first told us that, because the height difference is astounding.
Oh. Jeffries. Back to Berghese. Crossway, that's stopped by Adam. She puts it off. And a free hit for Team Ontario in front of their own bench. Looks like it's going to be a full sail. With Hockey and Lisa making her debut today, joining the team on second day of competition. Isaacs spinning as usual. That's picked up by Hunter and over to Pomeroy. She breaks down the far side and breaks the shutout streak of goaltender Jen Lynch. And it's 1-0 Nova Scotia as they close the gap on the aggregate.
Well, that was huge. You know, getting a shutout last night, definitely not something you want to see, and that's going to bring a lot of momentum for them going into the second game here.
Yeah, so Team Nova Scotia with an early lead, keeping on track with our almost a minute over into a goal being scored, so we'll see what happens here. Hockey over to Lisa. Kennedy, I believe. Free hit for Team Ontario. Despite being scored on, Jen Lynch still with a smile on her face. That's what she's known for. Hockey. Bernier takes that away. Gives it over to defense partner Wright. She's challenged by McKnight. Isaacs spinning as usual. Trying to find the ball. Bounce it off the wall. Wright spins that up us to the side there. Picked up by Hudson. And Team Nova Scotia free hit.
I don't know if it was mentioned in yesterday's game, but Ida Hudson, normally a goaltender, playing out for this set of
your dad brought it up. It's an interesting technique. Gives you a different perspective. Long shot in from Bernier there. Kennedy back. Loses it to Van Leeuwen. St. Denis in front. Big save from Jen Lynch. Gets the first one out of the way. Over to Hockey. Challenged by Hudson. Jess Crossway over to Eileen Lamb. Streaking down the side here. Challenged by Wright. Shot on net. Fields doesn't know where it is. Oh, Crossway tried to put it in front. As Nicole joins them, Alfheim being challenged by Van Leeuwen. And St. Denis, she puts it low to Crossway, but Bernier intercepts that. She goes back to Crossway and Nicole. It's chipped in front here. Eileen Lamb's gonna carry it back. Uses Crossway. Who loses it to Van Leeuwen. She's being chased down now by Van Leeuwen. Passes it up to Alfheim. She brings it in. Shot blocked by Bernier, whose leg I'm sure looks like a wiffle ball by now. Van Leeuwen over to Hudson. Hudson, that's stopped by Crossway. Eileen Lamb bringing it out. Being challenged here by Murphy. with those highlighter shoes and stick. Fung in there as well, supporting Lamb. And we have a free hit for called by the back referee. Murphy, that goes off Fung. Corralled by Watson. She loses it to Crossway. Crossway puts it down into the corner. She's kind of flying solo here. Turns over. Eileen Lamb back to Borghese. Borghese flubs the shot. Keeps the ball though. Goes behind the net. Throws it in front. Fung with the shot. Field grabs it.
Field's getting a real feel for the ball here in the first little bit. Couple good saves. Like, good for the morale too.
Yeah, she played well last night. I don't think there was any particular goal that I could attribute to her not like making a save, but she's doing well so far here. Oh, goes the other way here with Pomeroy leading the charge. Van Thielen though out on the floor for her first shift, being tracked down by Watson. Oh, we have the waist-high stick. Hockey plays it to Lisa, over to Hockey. She's got Jeffries on the far wall here, but she goes for Van Thielen in front. Kelsey Fung has joined the fray too, as both the Fung sisters are here tonight. Fung chips it off the wall. Shot on edge just wide, but Van Thielen's on the other side there. She spits it back out in front to Jeffries. Big save by Field with her face, making sure the noggin works. Broom trying to carry it up the wall, loses it to Jeffrey. Helped out by Pomeroy. Jeffrey in there. We're going with a free hit for a shove on Jeffries.
Nova Scotia doing a really good job coming back and supporting their defensemen, and the forwards are, you know, stretching it out a little bit, but they're managing to back check a little bit more.
Curry obviously doesn't like her coach's methods and lets him know how he feels about it by shooting the ball into their bench at him. So an Ontario free hit in front of the net here. Crossway with the free hit. Borghese brings it in, back over to her partner. Back over to Borghese, being pressured here by Hudson. Stick infraction on Hudson. Borghese takes the free hit over to Crossway. Challenged by Van Leeuwen. Nova Scotia's pressure offensively on the forecheck here has been much greater than it was the other night. McKnight loses it to right. Hudson comes away with it. It gets through to Crossway. She goes behind the net to her partner Borghese. Chased down by St. Denis. And now Van Leeuwen on her. Fung has the break though. She goes down low to McKnight, who puts it out in front to Isaacs. Oh, it hits right in the foot and gets turned away. Borghese down low now though, looking for McKnight, who throws it out in front. Here comes the shot from Crossway. No, pass. Oh, Wright Borghese takes a tumble while tangled up with Wright. Wright tries to get it through McKnight. Battle on the wall there in front of the Nova Scotia bench. McKnight comes out with it. Fung goes back to Crossway. Crossway over to Isaacs. Isaacs down low to Borghese. Borghese trying to gain control of it. Battling with Hunter. Borghese comes out with it. Pushes it down low to McKnight. She loses it to Bernier though. Isaacs carries it in. Shot on net off the crossbar. That was quite the shot.
A lot of sustained pressure by that Ontario line there, and finishes it off with a rip of a shot from Dana Isaacs right off the bar and out.
Murphy takes the free hit from Garrison and proceeds to fire it out, not intentionally. I think she was looking for her winger, Smiley. C. Crossway gives it to Lamb on the free hit. Garrison comes up with it. She's being challenged by Alheim. Smiley working it up the wall. Hockey doesn't realize that Dopea was behind her, and she fires it down. Now being challenged by Rose. Hockey has Smiley on top of her. She moves it up the wall. Garrison. Oh, and we have a free hit coming for. Oh, Hockey somehow ended up on the ground while I was looking back at the referee for the call.
Just a little bit of a chop at the end of the play, and Hockey went end over heels.
7:50, about halfway through the first period here. Still 1-0 for Team Nova Scotia. Dupuis puts it up in the middle for Rose. That stopped there. Alfheim's going to move it back to Van Thielen, it looks like. Or Hockey, sorry. She goes long for Crossway. She puts it into the middle for Fung. Oh, big save by Field. Nice job by Fung. Van Thielen puts it on net. That hits Smiley in the chest. Hockey corrals it. Waits for her moment. Banks it off the wall to Crossway. Van Thielen with another shot. That one goes over the net. And we have a Team Nova Scotia free hit coming out of the corner by their boards. Curry, whose brother played in the last game against Team Ontario. Gonna try this again without hitting her coach in the leg. Again, aims it at her coach. I want to know what he did.
I'm surprised she didn't try and shoot it back at her dad, who is serving as our second referee today.
Oh, saved by Field, but the rebound's there. Jeffries chasing down Hunter. And for the 12th time today, I would guess, we've stepped on another ball. We're going to have a face-off in the corner here. We'll see how they set this up for Team Ontario, because they have the offensive opportunity in front of them. Pomeroy's going to take the draw against Jeffries. She wins it back to herself off the wall. Gets a little breakout going here as that's Adam down the far side, being tracked by Crossway. Fung gets her stick in the lane though. Van Thielen being challenged by Adam. She turns back, puts it off the wall for Borghese, who moves it up. Can't get past Brome though. Oh, Adam had the opportunity. Jen Lynch came flying over, decided it was time for a brief nap. Borghese back on D now, and we have a stick between the leg. Nova Scotia free hit.
That was a nice little 3-on-2 setup. Adams was just on her wrong side and didn't set up properly. It didn't have a one-timer.
Free hit back to Broom. That goes wide. Crossway being chased down by Hunter. Goes to her partner Borghese. Jeffries challenged there by Broom. Lost the shot, and that shot goes to McCauley, who's getting ready to play again here against Team Quebec after this game concludes. Crossway to Borghese. She brings it up to Isaac. Isaac tries to cut to the middle, but it's stopped by St. Denis. St. Denis back with it now. Borghese takes the ball away from her. Wright steps up on Borghese. Isaac steps up on St. Denis. McKnight has the ball briefly. Isaac's now coming down the far side, trying to use her long reach to her advantage. She brings it back to Crossway. He goes all the way over to Fung. Fung tries the shot, blocked by Bernier. Fung comes out of the corner, gives it back to Hockey. That shot goes through everybody, but Fields corrals it. And then she gives it out to Van Leeuwen, who manages to get by Hockey, but not Lisa. Lisa rolls out of the corner here with Van Leeuwen all over her. Gives it to her partner, Hockey. Hockey with the ball in the corner. She's going to move it on.
I'm going to take over for Carl here. St. Denis shot blocked. Isaac's in the corner. Hudson's there. Be grabbed by the goalie, and they will reset. Ontario going for a line change here. Claire steps up. Nice move on the inside. Takes a shot, goes wide. Hudson will pick it up in the corner. Some pressure there. At center, another dump. Van Leeuwen will light press in, and Hockey not under as much pressure as she thought she was. We'll put it over the boards, and we'll get a Nova Scotia free hit. Murphy will take it. Little touch pass back. She'll get that back into the corner. Nicole Crossweight. Shot in front. Couldn't find anybody. Lamb will pick it up. And she'll just try and settle control. Crossweight. A lot of space to work with here. Pressured from behind by Smiley. And that'll go into the corner for Garrison. Jess Crossweight right in front. Afflam didn't get a piece of it. She'll take a shot. Blocked by Murphy, and Murphy will headman. Blocked by Borghese, blocked again by Borghese, and now we have an odd man rush. Crossweight, Borghese, in, stop, and rebound! Still loose in front. Back-to-back saves by Fields, and Nova Scotia will clear. A 2-on-1 that was executed into a breakaway. Van Thielen will take, that's blocked. Picked up, blocked by Crossweight. She'll headman it up to Fung. That's blocked, stopped in her tracks. Over to Doras. Van Thielen on the side wall. Fung will chase against Murphy. Good job using her body. Now I'm joined by Patrick Mahoney.
What's up, Stu?
As he'll take in here. We'll get a free hit for Ontario for obstruction interference.
I thought I'd fill in for Carl for a bit while he's away, but 1-0 game here for Nova Scotia. Best of 3 if I'm correct, Stu. Is that right?
Yes, best of 3. Aggregate score currently 5-1 for Team Ontario. Nova Scotia getting their first goal of the tournament here by ways of Sophie Pomeroy, who's on the court now. Quick shot in front, that'll go into the corner. Jeffries will play chase. Comes back up top, Hockey. Sweep shot in, Field, right into her legs. She'll cover up. Curry will take it. Looking for some options. Nobody around. Being pressured in hard there by Caitlin Fung. It's knocked out of bounds there by Lee. Adam will take it. Back to Curry. She'll get it back into the middle. Pomeroy's on her off wing. Chance in front there by Hunter. Fung will grab it, and she'll play dump and chase there, but Scotia Broom's gonna grab that first, and she'll play it the other way. She gets it back. Nova Scotia's got some numbers. Van Thielen blocked there by Curry. Jeffries, and that'll go over. We'll play Nova Scotia ball here.
With a minute 20 left to play in the first period, shots are 12-2 for Ontario. So Nova Scotia, 50% shooting percentage right now on the Ontario netminder.
Yeah, Amy Field, the goaltender. Her brothers on the Nova Scotia team getting geared up, ready for the bronze medal game after this one here. Bernier is going to take a shot in. Nice save there by Jen Lynch. Van Leeuwen will follow it up, and Lynch will catch it. Nova Scotia still putting a little bit of pressure on here with a minute left in this first period. Crossweight. She'll headman for McKnight. McKnight, nice level of skill there to control that. Back to Crossweight up top. Finds Isaac, she'll rip. And again, Field, she doesn't know where it is. It's in the crease. And McKnight tried to follow up there, but it was between her legs. And we have a whistle here.
It looks like we're getting a back pass to the goaltender here from Jay Sandy, the referee. It's going to be a free hit for Ontario right in front of the Nova Scotia goaltender.
I don't believe that it was a back pass. I think it was just Jasmine McKnight following for a play that was still loose, but...
Yeah, we'd have to look at the replay at that, but right now Ontario's got a free hit in a danger zone.
Nicole Crossway will take the shot. Scores! Right in front. And after a questionable call from the refs, we were tied up here 1-1 as the clock kept counting down. I believe there should be 30 seconds or so left.
Yeah, that is Nicole Crossway's second point of the tournament. First goal, she had assist in the first game against Nova Scotia.
Lynch will settle it up there. And Borghese will grab. And we'll get our real color man back here just with about 22 seconds left.
Apparently pizza delivery is a complicated process. Fung down the far side. Big shot, big save. Isaac swiping at the loose ball. 14 seconds left. Back to Borghese. Shot gets it through, but not Bernier. Once again wearing it. Right, puts it off the wall, and that goes out. Borghese back to Isaacs. Almost gets through.
A little bit of a clock issue to end the period here, but we'll go into the first intermission. Tied at 1.
So I missed the goal. Perfect. Excellent. We'll be back.
I gave them instructions of where to go. They said pick the hole.
Each summer, floorball stars from around the world align with one goal: to lift the Troy Cup. 6 teams, 1 prize. This is the NAFL.
Setting up their offense deep in enemy territory. And it works! The shot attempt is good!
Driving down, it's good! It was off the wall. Connor, the pass to Linda, it's good! Fjord to Nelson, unbelievable!
Wow, yeah. No wonder it wasn't so big.
But I give people multiple times.
Yeah, I can tell you're going around. Everybody says you're the general out there. You're the Yes, some mojitos. Nice.
For the
What's up, boys?
Did we all get McDonald's before our last game? I'm just teasing.
It looks like Tim Hortons.
Fueling up, ready to go?
Sony got it from Loblaws earlier. Gotta say, boys, that was my funnest game all weekend.
There you go.
I mean, mostly the guys that are really good.
I did not see.
Period.
And it's live still? It's live?
All right, and we're back for period number 2. Hopefully I don't have to leave you all this time. Lamb versus Smiley for the faceoff. Lamb wins it back clean to Hockey. She's being challenged by Dupois. Over to Lisa. Nicole crossways, or Jess, sorry. Back to Hockey. Hockey surveying what's in front of her. A tie game now. I expect to see a little more out of Team Ontario with less pressure on them. Ball comes back to Garrison. She fires it into the middle. Crossway into the middle for Team Ontario. Doesn't get anywhere. Lisa wins that race. Challenged by Hunter. Free hit for Team Ontario. Okay, to take the free hit for Team Ontario. She goes long to in front of the net. Murphy plays that well and blocks it away from Crossway. Over to Hockey. Oh, an uncharacteristic error from Hockey as she just fires that one straight into the Secretariat crowd. Garrison slides it back for her partner Brome. Brome carries it up the far side. She finds Adam. Adam looking for Hunter, sorry. Taken away by Hockey.
Adam's been doing a good job of winning those ball battles down low in this game so far.
Hockey puts it up to Fung on the far wall. Fung beats Curry down the far side. She doesn't have too much help as the rest of her line is changing, but here they come in force. Thrown into the front. Jeffries almost had that. Crossway puts that on net just wide. Brome and Jeffries go into the corner. Brome comes out with it. She goes to her partner Curry. Curry fires it up the far wall to Adam. Adam spins. Looking for Hunter. Comes flying out Jen Lynch. Crossway wins it away from Pomeroy. She goes to her partner Berghese. Berghese goes up the middle to Van Thielen. She tries to go to Jeffries, but it goes off the heel of Brome. Adam with it. Shot blocked by Berghese. Jen Lynch covers it up somehow. She's afraid to move, I think. Draw me like your French girls, I guess, is the moment there. Oh, it was in her hair. That's got to be awkward. Jen Lynch providing all the comedy we need down at that far end. I'm glad she's having fun. Pomeroy over to Hunter. Picked up by Fung. Adam over to Hunter. She's covered well by Berghese. Crossway picks that off. The ball went off Crossway's foot and into Jen Lynch's hand, and referee Rich has decided that that's a free hit for Nova Scotia.
Yeah, the same thing sort of happened on the goal that that Nicole Crossway scored, where it seemed like it was another shot, and
Bernie's looking for the pat, but it looks like, yep, we've got a free hit for Nova Scotia in the corner here. The fun part about these women's games is a lot of these players play together on the national team, so the relationships and rivalries that they have come out in these games.
not even that. Some of them are best friends outside of,
yeah.
of the floorball community. What?
Whoa! Jay Sani giving fellow referee Sarah Bernier 2 minutes for, I believe, unsportsmanlike, and this game is getting out of hand. As she ties up her shoes with staples in them.
Back to back to what I was saying about the relationships as we were talking. St. Denis and Borghese, best friends in Ottawa, gonna be foes on this this power play here.
Bernier had some words for the press box here. We'll see if she makes good on them. McKnight down in the corner, out into Isaacs. Oh, just wide. She really can't seem to buy one today. Fung with it in the corner, being chased by Brome. She gets it by right over to McKnight, who goes back to Fung. Fung brings it out in front. Oh, interesting shot. Good save by Field, though. That was an awkward angle. Brome wins that battle and fires it into the knee of the referee. Free hit for Brome. Brome fires that down. Ake puts it into the corner. Back over to Ake. Isaacs. In front. Oh! Loose ball here. Right. Goes up the far wall. Manages to clear it out. So we've got a free hit for Nova Scotia. Van Thielen coming to put the pressure on Nova Scotia here as we've got about a minute and a half left in this power play for Team Ontario. Adam spins, goes to the outside on Hockey. All by herself, essentially. Van Leeuwen sitting around in the front, but she's got no help otherwise. Just killing this time here. Only one man on her, so why not? Hockey steps up. Knocked away. We have a stick infraction, and it's a free hit for Nova Scotia in the corner.
Nova Scotia doing really well on this penalty kill, not trying to force Ontario back on their heels a little bit.
30 some odd seconds left according to the timekeepers and the referees. Fired it back to Curry with a good shot, but that's blocked by Alfheim. Lamb has it now. She puts it down the far wall for Alfheim. Murphy beats her to it. Alfheim puts it out though. Adam there to pick it up. Not sure Team Ontario knows they're on the power play here. Oh, in front of Van Thielen. She just can't get a full stick on it. Curry knocks it away. Back to Lisa. Deflected. Van Thielen goes back to her defense. Ake with it now. Bernier gets ready to re-enter the game. Down to Van Thielen. Curry knocks it away from her. Back to Van Thielen to Hockey. We're all even as here come Bernier off the bench. Down to Lamb. Murphy's challenging her. Lamb's lost it in her feet just a touch. She regains control. Fires it down low to Sarah Alfheim. Wins it off of Murphy. Alfheim coming out from around the bend there. Tries the feet of Van Thielen, just a little too far out of her reach. Van Leeuwen gets burned. Van Thielen with the shot. Alfheim can't get the tip though. Van Leeuwen off the wall for Bernier as the Sarahs battle it out. Lamb comes away with it. Alfheim into the middle, no one's there. Curry has some time and space as Nova Scotia starts to change.
Nova Scotia, that line was out there for the last little bit of that power play and only getting to change now.
Garrison being pressured by Jeffrey. She puts it behind the net, but nobody's there to help her. Murphy gets rid of it. Might be able to go for that change finally. Free hit for Nova Scotia. Garrison to take it. She goes to the far side to Smiley, sorry. Another Nova Scotia free hit. Jeffries challenging right there. Crossway goes off the wall to Borghese. Borghese tries to go up the wall to Crossway, but Smiley's in the way. Free hit for Ontario as it goes. Smiley kind of puts it in off herself. Borghese to take the free hit. 8:47 left here in the second period, tied 1-1. Bit of an interesting second period here. Wright battles with Jeffrey, comes up with the ball. Borghese slows her down though. Jeffries has it now. Shot is blocked by Rose. Appropriate, she has the pink stick with that name. Crossway, bringing the ball in, being challenged. Over to Van Thielen. Van Thielen looking for her options. Pressured by Bernier, and she scores to make it 2-1 for Team Ontario. I believe that was Crossway on the assist, but Van Thielen had it for so long I can't even remember.
Yeah, good deception play. Looked like he was gonna go low, looped back, and took a nice little sweep shot.
Fields didn't have much of a chance on that one. It was a really deceptive shot, and I think she thought the rest of us were all gonna, like the rest of us, she was gonna bite on or go for that pass. Isaacs and Pomeroy at the face-off. Referees correcting some stances. It was actually the women's U19s in 2016 that caused the rule change. That has been not a topic of discussion, but it's been brought up a few times in this tournament for how players stand at the face-off. Pomeroy hits Hunter with the pass, but it hits her in the feet. Brome gives it back to Hunter. Isaac cuts her off. Adams chasing down Lisa Kennedy. Pomeroy trying to control it. The ball's just bouncing over her head. Back to Curry. Over to Pomeroy. Walks around her defender. Shot is blocked by Isaacs and gobbled up by Jen Lynch, who immediately finds Fung on the break. She tries to use her speed to go past Curry. Almost successfully does, but Field knocks the loose ball away from her. Curry goes to Broom, who's instantly challenged by McKnight. McKnight. Back to Lisa. In front to Fung. Knocked away by Field again. Fully laying out to get that ball away from her crease. Down low to Fung. Oh, ball rolled away from her a little too slow, and Curry puts it around for Broom, who's challenged again by McKnight. Hockey doesn't give Hunter any room, and that ball goes out and is deemed a Nova Scotia free hit. Broom off the wall for the free hit. Manages to hit Hudson in the feet there. St. Denis, captain from Nova Scotia, fires it back to Wright. That was almost dangerous. Wright moving it well forward. No one's really stopping her. She's now made it all the way down towards the goal as Hockey stops that shot on net. Far side to McKnight. McKnight fires it back to Hockey, who slows it down. Hockey over to Lisa. Lisa looking for Lamb, ends up going on net. Bernier breaks on the far side and shoots it off Crossway and out. Bernier brings it back to Wright. Lamb knocks it away from both of them. G looking for Alfheim. Alfheim zigged when Eileen wanted her to zag. Wright comes out of it with the corner with it, but it goes back to Borghese. Free hit for Nova Scotia in their corner.
A little confusion as to where the ball was going here, much to the disarray of Jess Crossway.
Murphy in the corner with it. Alfheim fighting her for the ball. Garrison comes in to support. Alfheim now has control. She gets it down to Eileen. Lamb now battling with Murphy. Free hit for Team Ontario. She goes back to Crossfaith with it. Drops it a little back for Lamb. Lamb puts the shot on net just a little wide. Crossway tried to get her stick on it. Couldn't quite reach it. She's being challenged by Garrison. She goes to one of the Fung sisters. It's out in front to Eileen. Lamb with the shot. That hit somebody's foot. Didn't quite make it to Field. Crossway cuts Garrison off. Or rather, sorry, Watson. Murphy's going to take the free hit here. She goes up the far wall. Crossway springs Jeffries. Jeffries with the shot. Oh, and just off of Garrison's stick.
Looked like that was a little bit of a set play. If Nova Scotia came up that way, Nicole Crossway had Jeffries' headman pass already in her mind.
Yeah. Curry to Brome to start this free hit. Blocked by Fung. Curry comes away with it. Being chased by Van Thielen. 5 minutes left in the second period, and we have a much closer game than we did last night. I think by this point it was 3-0 for Team Ontario. Nova Scotia obviously went back to the drawing board about what their defensive plan was and also offense. Ball ends up on the far side with Brome. And a free hit for Nova Scotia as the ball ends up out. Brome hits up Pomeroy. Pomeroy with it down low. Curls, blocked by Fung. Pushed out. Brome being chased down by Fung. Puts it off the far roll. Van Thielen steps into Pomeroy. Pomeroy comes out with it, but Jeffries now gets a shot, but Brome gets her stick in the way. Jeffries looking for Van Thielen. Lisa stepping up, helping out on the offensive side of things. She gets the flash and a free hit for Nova Scotia. Brome to Hunter. Hunter was looking for Brome, but she made the change. Bernier coming flying off the bench, manages to gain control, and she's down in the far corner. Puts it out front. Lynch knocks that away. Back to Bernier. She goes to Adam. Adam challenged by Hockey. Hunter's in front of the net. Jeffries positions her out of the way. Van Thielen knocks it ahead to Fung. Fung just has Bernier now. She tries to go to the middle. Too many sticks though. Now it's just Bernier behind the net. Being challenged here by McKnight. Bernier to Hunter. Hockey steps up on Hunter. And Wright steps up on Hockey. McKnight joins the fray. Manages to pull the ball out, but Pomeroy's there. Shot on net. Jen Lynch with the save. First one she's had to make in a couple minutes here. Hockey goes up the far wall to McKnight. Makes a move on Wright. Looks like she was going to shoot, but she lost control of it. She goes to Lisa. Oh, it's picked by Hunter. And we have a 2-on-1. Hunter just throws it away, though. Manages to regain the ball off the feet of Hockey. Hockey puts it forward for Isaacs and Fung. Isaacs to the far side for McKnight. The trailer, she's being chased by Van Leeuwen. McKnight gets the shot off. Field mishandles it, but Murphy's there to corral it and make the day okay. Garrison in the corner. Over to Murphy. Murphy being challenged by McKnight. McKnight's forechecking has been one of the main reasons that there aren't more opportunities for Nova Scotia. Field gobbles that up. She goes for the long toss-in pass. Hudson and Borghese battling it out there. Borghese comes away with it. Alfheim runs into St. Denis. Garrison steps up for St. Denis. Puts the ball in the corner for Hudson. She's met by Crossway. Oh, Van Leeuwen. If she had gotten any of that, she would have caught Jen Lynch sleeping. Isaacs now loses control, and Van Leeuwen again. Crossway has St. Denis all over her. Comes to Borghese's side, moves back. Minute 32 left, still 2-1 Team Ontario. And as I mentioned earlier, a much closer game. Eileen Lamb gives it to Alfheim in the middle. She lets it go to Borghese. She fires a shot on net. Oh, Crossway almost hits the heel of her stick on that. That would have been dangerous. Murphy over to Garrison. Garrison up the wall to Van Leeuwen, who starts the breakout here. She finds Hunter down low, but Hunter is past the net by the time she gets the ball. Last minute of play in the second period here. Van Leeuwen again. Trying to spin away from Crossway, but nowhere to go. Ball is put in front of the net, and Borghesi's going to come away with it here. She knocks it almost too far ahead of herself. And Eileen Lamb wings it back to Lisa, who's got time and space. Eileen Lamb loses it, but covered by Lisa. Brome takes the free hit. Back to Curry. 25 seconds left. Shot is high and long and wide.
50.
And that's going to be a free hit for Team Ontario. Hockey walks it up. Off of Smiley's foot. Jeffries with about 15 seconds left looking for something. She goes to Hockey. 10 seconds now. Long shot in. Fun was in front, but it just couldn't connect. She gives it to Jeffries. Jeffries looking for the shot, and it's just a little wide. And with that, an exciting and almost confusing second period comes to an end, with Team Ontario having a now 2-1 lead to go into the third. Currently up 7-1 on aggregate.
Some good bodies in front on that last play there too, and looks like Nova Scotia looking more solidified as a team, and hopefully they
Each summer, floorball stars from around the world align with one goal: to lift the Troy Cup. 6 teams, 1 prize. This is the NAFL.
Setting up their offense deep in enemy territory. And it works! The shot attempt is good!
Driving down, it's good! Goes off the wall, Connor, the pass to Linda, it's good! Fjord to Nilsson, unbelievable!
Each summer, floorball stars from around the world align with one goal: to lift the Troy Cup. 6 teams, 1 prize. This is the NAFL.
Setting up their offense deep in enemy territory. And it works! The shot attempt is good!
Driving down, it's good! Goes off the wall, Connor, the pass to Linda, it's good! Fjord to Nilsson, unbelievable!
What it-
We are live.
Welcome back for the third period of this game 2 of the women's semifinals here at Floorball Canada National Tournament. Currently, it's a 2-1 lead for Team Ontario. And remember, it doesn't matter if they win 2 games. If Team Nova Scotia manages to win the next one, win by enough, they would win the finals tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Shot by Brown there. Can't tell if that hit McKnight or not.
Rome with it. Brings it back. McKnight brings it in. Borghese over to Crossway. Crossway down to Isaacs. Back over to Borghese. Borghese shot a net. Easily grabbed by Fields. First touch of the third period for the Nova Scotia goaltender.
Nova Scotia doing good job keeping Team Ontario to the outside. No chances coming from in the middle.
McKnight with the steal. Shot off Brown's stick though and into the corner. Curry with it now. She goes off the wall to Pomeroy, who goes down to Adam. It just happens to run into her feet. Crossway challenging her. Pomeroy picks up the loose ball. Looking for someone. She's got Hunter on the far side. Lynch stops that. Hunter with it now. Borghese on her. Crossway using her long reach to poke that one away. Looking for Borghese. They can bring it back to her. She fires it over to Borghese. She goes long to Fung. Fung goes to the middle for Isaacs. 2-on-1. And Isaacs finally gets one after multiple posts and a few very close attempts up high. So 3-1 for Team Ontario, scored by Dana Isaacs.
I think that hit off Scotia Broom's stick and kind of deflected in. If not, that probably would have been right in Fields' chest there.
Very plausible. Kelsey Fung gets in on the action for the first time, scoring her, getting her first point. Big win for St. Denis. Hudson chasing down Hockey. Over to her D partner, Lisa. Van Leeuwen in front of her. Hudson chasing down Hockey. Hockey goes to Eileen Lamb. Dark side teammates out on the floor tonight. All 3 of them, including Jen Lynch and net. Bernier puts a long one in for Hudson. Stopped by Hockey. St. Denis tries to pick her pocket. Almost does. Lisa goes on the half wall to Hockey, but it goes to her feet. St. Denis blocked by Crossway there. Blocked by Hockey. Team Ontario helping their goalie out.
Bodies in front of the net.
Fung puts it in deep for Crossway. She swings around, drops it back. Battle between Bernier and Lisa. Down to Eileen. She has right on her. Free hit for Team Ontario. Lamb gives it to Wright, then it comes back to Lamb. Shot on net, takes a weird curve. Can't tell if Fields touched that or not. Crossway brings it out. Oh, Fung just misses on the backhand. Van Leeuwen now puts it into Crossway's feet. Lamb with it. Cycles it back. Moving toward, oh. And that's a high sticking penalty to Van Leeuwen.
Yeah, tough little play there for Van Leeuwen. Just try to break it down. She could have maybe taken it off her chest, but Ontario will go back to the power play.
You've played hockey, Stu, so you know how hard it can be to take some of those muscle memory motions out of your repertoire.
Yeah, especially to start too. It was wanting to bat at everything that came my way, especially as a baseball player as well, the hand-eye coordination.
My instinct is to grab it and put it on my stick with my hand, and that's not allowed either, so I feel ya. Crossway with a hard-strong shot to start this power play. And we go back to her as Team Ontario looks to widen the gap here once again. Van Thielen, Field with the save, even through the bodies of Fung and Murphy. Fung puts it into the corner. Thought Borghese was going there. Garrison trying to put it behind the net, ends up on Fung's stick. Fung, she goes up to Crossway. Oh, Crossway, the bouncing ball kind of stuck to her stick almost. Pomeroy coming down, saved by Lynch. She holds and gives it to Crossway. Crossway has Pomeroy in front of her, trying to look to avoid that. Now being challenged by Bernier. The ball comes out and Pomeroy has a break. Borghese's not going to let her have it clean, and she blocks that shot. Jeffrey's on her now. And Borghese, she tries to go back to Brome, and we're going to have a free hit for Nova Scotia.
Yeah, both times Ontario's been on the power play, they've seemed to give up more chances than actually produce. So maybe Nova Scotia wants to be on the penalty kill more often.
Saved by Jen Lynch there, cleared by Borghese. Fung racing with Bernier. Bernier puts it back in the middle to Brome. Brome turns away from Jeffries. Jeffries on her hard though. Pomeroy can't get past Hockey. Down to Brome. Fung on top of her. Loose ball here off Bernier's stick. Nova Scotia finally relents. Lynch trying to tell her team to slow it down. We don't have too much time here left as in the power play as the Nova Scotian player Van Leeuwen is up and ready to go. Hockey. Back to Hockey. Isaacs, shot off Field's head, and we're even now. 5-on-5. Isaac comes out of the corner with it. Goes back to Lisa. She goes down to Isaacs again. Back to the point. Shot on net, given to Pomeroy. Takes it in the chest. She knifes that down. Van Leeuwen, fresh out of the box, chasing Hockey. Hockey turns, spins. Gives it to Fung. Fung trying to go to Isaacs. Tries again. Van Leeuwen almost got a second penalty there. She thought about it, thought better. Rose to Adam. Held by Jen Lynch. Over to Hockey. 8:47 left in the third period here. Team Ontario starts their breakout up the far wall. Jeffries can't, or sorry, not Jeffries. Murphy on Team Nova Scotia can't get the ball to go the way she wants to. Isaacs comes out with it. Stick tied up with Adam there for a second. She's got Murphy on the run here. Now Garrison. She spins it back around to Alfheim. Alfheim tries to go back to Isaacs. Hits Garrison in the foot. Borghese steps up. Beats Rose to the ball. Puts it in on net. Field has to play it. Awkward rebound comes out of it. Borghese comes back to McKnight. McKnight makes the move on Rose. Shot on net, but it hits Smiley. Borghese being challenged by Murphy. Comes out of the corner. Back to her defensive partner, Crossway, who puts the shot in off Adam, and it goes into Team Nova Scotia's bench. Free hit for Team Ontario here. Borghese goes back to Lamb in the middle. Lamb gives it to Crossway. Van Leeuwen on top of her, using her speed to her advantage. Crossway, however, has more experience. She goes on the wall to Lamb. Lamb loses it in her feet, and Van Leeuwen's got a break, maybe. Not necessarily. as Borghese and Lamb run into each other. Borghese just trying to get control of it. Lamb finds Crossway, and Ontario resets. Borghese returns to her post on D. Finds Lamb on the far wall, challenged by Murphy. Lamb trying to keep her balance. Ends up with Fung. Back to Borghese and Crossway. Crossway goes low. Lamb fires it into the middle, but it goes behind Fung. Fung gives it back to Lamb. Gonna try this again, I think. Nope, back to Crossway, over to Borghese. Hard, solid pass. That shot goes through. Hits somebody in front of the net. Fung, back to Crossway. Ontario really controlling this play here.
Looks like they're on the power play, even though they're not.
5
now.
on 5, yeah. Field controls it, gives it to Rose. Chips it by Hockey, but is cut off by Crossway. Hockey chips it up the board to Fung. St. Denis on her, wins the ball back. The Van Thielen line is out here now. Wright goes down low to Rose. She's being challenged by Lisa, and Hockey comes up with it. Rose loses her stick. Van Leeuwen pressuring. Given to Hockey. St. Denis trying to hold the middle. Fung runs into Wright. Jeffries is cutting. Down to Van Thielen. She tries to put it on net. I think she got all underneath that, and her wedge game would be very strong if we had a golf course in front of us here. Long pass. Hudson controls it down. She's got Hockey in front of her. Blocked by Van Thielen. Jeffries gets a whack at it. She goes back to Hockey. Hockey with St. Denis, watching her like a hawk. Over to Lisa. Hunter in front of her. Over to Hockey. Finds Jeffries. Stepped up on by Wright. Fung. Jeffries. Jeffries shot through a crowd of bodies. Fields gets a hand on it. That almost went in, as it wasn't quite enough. Ontario really pouring on the pressure now. 4 and change to go here. Van Thielen to Hockey. Almost put too much on that. Hockey got Hudson in front of her. She gives it back to Van Thielen. Van Thielen blocked by Bernier.
Bernier's got no fear stepping into shots like that. That's what you need as a defender.
You took a few today, Stu. I saw that.
I got one off the head earlier today too. And
Isaac takes a tumble. Crossway back with Hudson chasing her down. She goes to her partner Borghese. Lost on her feet for a second. Hunter's on top of her. Ball stays in, but now Borghese has the advantage. Oh, just ahead of Fung. Curry being chased by Fung. Curry goes to her partner, but Jeffries intercepts. Tries to go into the front, but Curry steps into her. Ball's in the corner now. Isaac's moving toward it with Broom close on her tail. Crossway on her offside here. Goes down low to Jeffries. Jeffries challenged by Brome. Back to Crossway. Brome is not giving Jeffries any space. Nova Scotia has obviously done their film homework. Riley now, Borghese with a break. Loses it in her feet as well. She goes back to her partner Crossway. As we start to see this line change here. She goes off the wall on Adams, but can't quite get it. Adams has her beat. She's coming in on Lynch. Lynch, big save. Bails out her defender. Adams tries to put it in front, and Lynch grabs it up. Snow Angeled in her crease. And she gets a nod from Nicole Crossway, thanking her for helping her out. Up the far wall to the other Fung sister, Kelsey Brome. Gets in front of that. Looking for her options. 2:53 left in the third. Nova Scotia needs to push here. The 2-goal deficit doesn't tell the whole story.
Yeah, they've been playing really well in comparison to yesterday.
They still have to make that up though, Stu. Getting at least one more here would be nice for them. Or even tying it up, and that means they only have the 5-goal differential from yesterday to try and catch up on tomorrow. Fields with the save. Isaacs, it's loose. Garrison bails out her goaltender. Hunter gets it taken from her from Isaacs. Isaacs through to Fung. Fung has Rose on top of her. She tries to feed McKnight, but Dupois there. Dupois accidentally kind of puts her stick into the boards. She gives it back to Garrison. McKnight's on top of her. She gives it to Watson. She goes to Dupois. Isaac's on her tail. Gets her stick on that shot. And we're going to have a Nova Scotia free hit with a 3-1 on Team Ontario lead here. Honestly waiting for the timeout to come from the Nova Scotia bench.
Yeah, might as well throw a timeout there. Head coach Steve Broom. It worked for his team last game a little bit to try and figure out if there's a way to beat the Ontario team, especially with the goalie pull. They needed that extra win to have a chance for tomorrow's gold medal.
Murphy with the shot, and that sails high. Minute 28. Team Ontario has a free hit. Team Nova Scotia giving Team Ontario all of the threats that they probably shouldn't. Bergese all the way down to Alfheim. Doesn't quite make it to her. Garrison's there. Bergese. Crossway. Bergese. Lamb. Crossway. Down low to Crossway. Jess with it. Rather, she manages to get around Garrison, but Murphy's not going to have it. Crossway being challenged by number 9, Watson. Shot on net by Crossway, just a little wide. Bergese. Garrison's in front of her. Murphy stops that. Tries to clear it. Alfheim's stick is in the way. Field is trying to send Rose, but Lamb steps up on that. Van Leeuwen with a clean check there. Lamb has Murphy on top of her. She goes back to Crossway. And with 30 seconds left, Team Ontario is looking to wrap this game up. Lamb to Bergese. Not enough angle though. Bergese wins the battle with Rose. Blows by everybody. Ontario thinks they scored a goal, but there was a whistle. .15 seconds left. Crossway to Bergese. Over to Lamb. Takes it off her foot. Shot goes just wide. Jess Crossway trying to control the bouncing ball. Crossway. Van Leeuwen. And that's a wrap. So after 2 games, Team Ontario leads in aggregate 8-1. It's an uphill battle tomorrow, Stu.
Yeah, uphill battle for sure for this Nova Scotia team, but they definitely have built some solid chemistry after some of them haven't really played together, to say the least. And some of these Ontario girls have played extensively together in, the Flow and the women's qualifier. So it's definitely a long uphill battle, but I think that if they put the work in, that they can get it done.
And now we'll go down to the Secretariat for MVP and handshakes.
Okay. Oh. Thank you, Matt. Smitty. Thank you. Minus dipping for the pizza, no complaints so far. And that was literally the dumbest thing, Frank. The driver called the store and then got them to call me. And I was like, how can I help you? And I even said our fellow referee server.
Each summer, floorball stars from around the world align with one goal: to lift the Troy Cup. 6 teams, 1 prize. This is the NAFL.
Setting up their offense deep in enemy territory. And it works! The shot attempt is good!
Driving down, it's good! Goes off the wall, Connor, the pass to Linda, it's good! Off York to Nelson, unbelievable!